What's up, y'all? This is Andre from Fumbling the Bag. Um, Rich is sitting this one out because he claims not to be an NBA fan, but I know he is, man. He likes the Pistons. But he's gonna sit this one out, and I'm gonna give you my NBA preview. Now, now I'm recording this on Tuesday, so there's two games going on as we speak. Well, I think the first game is over actually, so I'm a little late, but I figure before they get full fledged into this NBA season, I can get you my NBA previews. So let's start this party off. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to go by each division, and then I'm just going to put it all together. Now I know, for the playoffs, they don't even go by the divisions anymore. They just go by based on overall conference standings. So, but I'm gonna do it based off of the divisions. So let's start it off. We're gonna start off in Eastern Conference, Southeast Division, which consists of the Washington Wizards, Charlotte Hornets, Atlanta Hawks, Miami Heat, and the Orlando Magic. Cream of the crop for this particular division, is the Orlando Magic. They are the best team in this division, and I'll tell you why. They picked up Desmond Bain during the offseason, which was a very good pickup. Also, they picked up Tyus Jones. I guess they got rid of KCP, Kentavious Caldwell Pope, who was a very good defender, also a three-point shooter. They got rid of Gary Harris, who's a pretty decent three-point shooter, but he didn't do much there. And also they got rid of Cole Anthony. Now, because of the Desmond Bain pickup, the perimeter shooting will be better, and their scoring, all around scoring, will be better as well. Tyus Jones is a pretty decent point guard, so the distribution of the shots, he'll be able to navigate that. Now also Orlando's defense was ranked number 2 in the league last season, so not only are they getting more, scoring and perimeter shooting and better perimeter shooting, but they're also, if their defense can stay the way it is, this team's going to be dangerous. They have Banchero over there, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs, Jonathan Isaac. So they have a team. They really have a dangerous team, a young team as well. A lot of talent over there. So last year they were 41-41. 7th in the East. They lost in the first round. They did make the playoffs, lost in the first round. But I see them making much more noise. I'm not saying they'll be a contender to win the East, but they'll be up there. I think they're top 5 in the East. So that's my Southeast division. Now, let's go over what the Atlanta Hawks look like, because they made they made some moves as well, and they'll be a better team. They grabbed Kristaps Porzingis from New York, which was a very good pickup, very solid pickup. They also grabbed Luke Kennard and Nikolai Alexander Walker. He's a Nikhil, Alexander Walker. He's a defensive player, so that should help them defensively. They have Dyson Daniels over there. He averaged 3 steals per game, and no one has done that in the last 40 years. He did that last year, so hey, their defense should be on point. But also they have someone that can help out Trae Young. Porzingis can score. Porzingis can also play defense as well. So that they will be much improved, but they won't be better than Orlando. Charlotte, same old. They did pick up Colin Sexton. They'll be better, and they also picked up Pat Connaughton and Mason Plumlee. But they still don't have the goods to really compete like they want to. They'll be a better team though. You still have LaMelo Ball over there. Brandon Miller is getting better. You have Grant Williams, but they're not saying much. If you dig what I'm saying. So these are the 2 top teams I would say in the Southeast Division. Now let's go further on to the Atlantic Division, which consists of Boston Celtics, Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks, the 76ers, and the Toronto Raptors. The cream of the crop in this particular division is the New York Knicks. New York Knicks went 51-31 last season. They were third in the East. They lost in the conference finals to my Pacers. Pacers got in that ass. I didn't think Pacers was going to do that, but yeah, they did that. But I think New York is a perennial championship team. I think they can make the championship. Not saying that they can win it, but they could definitely make it. They switched up coaches. Now they have Mike Brown at the helm. One of the key additions for this team was Jordan Clarkson. He's a scorer. That could relieve Jalen Brunson a little bit because he can handle the ball as well. But the Knicks are loaded. You know what I mean? Let's see. They have Brunson, Jalen Brunson, of course, Anunoby, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges. I mean, it's the same team, but they got some experience, and most of these players had experience in the playoffs. But they also built chemistry, within their team, and everybody kind of knows their roles. I think they'll be better for having lost to the Pacers. They'll be better for it, and they'll understand how to win these playoff games. So, yeah, they could very well, go to the championship. Now, my second best team in the Atlantic Division, I'm going to say, is it's pretty tough. I mean, Boston has lost because Jason Tatum, with that Achilles injury, he may or may not be back. If he does come back, it'll be the very end of the season, but I don't think he's coming back. They're going to be hurt. They also lost Drew Holiday, Horford left, and of course Porzingis left too. So a lot of that responsibility as leader is going to be on Jaylen Brown, which I think he can handle it, but I think they need more. They really do need more. Let's see. They did pick up Anthony Simons from Portland. He's a scorer, so that's going to help them. But I think they take a step back this season. I really do believe that. They'll probably be the second best team in that division, though. You got the 76ers. I don't know what the 76ers are going to do. They're always, I don't know, battling injuries. With Joel Embiid, they just can't seem to get it together. Also, you got Paul George, who's injury prone. I think the best person on that team, consistent wise, is Tyrese Maxey. I'm sorry. Now, if Joel didn't get hurt all the time, he'd be that guy. But because when he's on the court, he does perform and produces, but like he's hurt all the time. So I'm going with New York. Now, let me speed this up a little bit. You got the Central Division: the Bulls, the Cavs, the Pistons, Pacers, the Bucks. Cream of the crop in this division, in my opinion, right now, is between the Pistons and the Cavaliers. I'm sorry, it's between the Cavs and the Pistons. Bucks up there too. Cavs, you know what they did last season. Had the best record in the league at 64-18, first in the East. But they crumbled in the playoffs. A lot of injuries though. They did have a lot of injuries. Well, a couple injuries. Darius Garland couldn't go in the playoffs, so that really affected them. And I just felt like they just didn't play well when they needed to. But with that experience, I got them, top 5 too, in terms of maybe going to the NBA Finals as well. I mean, Donovan, they got a nice team. Mitchell is still there. Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, DeAndre Hunter. That was a good pickup. During the season they picked him up, but they have to stay healthy, and I think they have to focus on what it is that they need to do, during the playoffs. And a lot of that is coaching and leadership on the court. They'll be up there, though. The Bucks have taken a step back. I don't think they'll be as good. They lost Damian Lillard. They lost Pat Connaughton. But they did gain Cole Anthony, Gary Harris, and Miles Turner. That's a good pickup. That's a very good pickup. But I think they're going to have to, we'll see how their chemistry is. I mean, Giannis is still there, so they are always a threat. But actually, let me give you my top. Let me make this a little bit easier. My top 8 in the East: the Knicks, Cleveland, Orlando, Detroit's going to be there too. The Celtics are number 5, number 6 Milwaukee, number 7 the Pacers. Pacers going to take a step back because of the Halliburton injury. He won't be back this season, I don't believe either. The Bulls, Miami, and the Hawks. Now let's go out west right quick. And I'm just going to, because I'm running out of time, I'm just going to break this down right quick for y'all. Out west, I like OKC. What can I tell you, man? They went 68-14 last season. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was your MVP. He had a great playoff. They got a lot of experience with that too in the playoffs. Pacers gave them some problems in the championship, but they persevered, you know. So that's a lot of playoff experience for them. It's going to only make them stronger. You got Chet Holmgren. He's going to be a better player. Jalen Williams is a perennial star. Alex Caruso definitely helped them during the playoffs. He gave you some of that veteran leadership. Great defensive player, and he was hitting his threes. Lou Dort, he's a 3-point shooter as well as a defensive player. I mean, they're loaded. Hardenstein. I mean, it's just the list goes on and on. I don't see who's going to beat them this season. I think they'll definitely be in the NBA championship again. But they're the top team in the West. Second, though, are the Nuggets. Now, the Nuggets, they struggled during the season, but they kind of got it together right before playoffs. And, you know, with the Joker there, you always in contention. And plus, they've been together for a while. I mean, Jamal Murray, Christian Braun, Aaron Gordon, you know, they've all been playing, you know, a while together. So they know each other. Now they got rid of Michael Porter Sr. and Westbrook, but they added Bruce Brown, who was part of their first championship. They added Tim Hardaway Jr. and Cameron Johnson. That was a good pickup. So you know, that can replace Michael Porter Sr. They're a little bit more deeper this year too. So I look for them to you know, to make some noise. Also, Minnesota's going to be tough still. You know, Julius Randle, he played better in the playoffs, better than he usually does. You know, they still have Naz Reid over there. Anthony Edwards is still doing his thing. But you know, it's just something about them. I don't think they can. I don't think they're better than the Nuggets or OKC. But I think they are, you know, a good team, and you know, they'll compete. We'll see what happens. But I'll give you my my top 10 teams out west because I am running out of time. OKC, as I said before, the Nuggets. Golden State should be good with Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. They have a list of other players on that team that should help them out. Al Horford went to Golden State, by the way. So they'll make noise. I think one key thing with them is they re-signed Jonathan Kuminga. That was very important. The Lakers. Let me see what I got. Golden State at number 3, Minnesota at 4. I wanted to talk about the Lakers a little bit. The Lakers added DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart, which is good pickups. You know, LeBron and Luka still there. They're gonna make some noise, but I don't think anybody can beat OKC. Okay, I'm sorry. So I got the Lakers at 5. I got the Mavs at 6. Kyrie Irving, he'll be back. They say early 2026, so we'll see how that goes. But they have a lot of defensive players, a lot of size, you know, and a few scores too. You know, so they'll be dangerous, but I don't think they can still beat OKC. So let's see. I got Mavs at 6, Houston at 7th, Memphis Grizzlies 8th. San Antonio at number 9, and number 10 the Clippers. My teams to go to the finals, the NBA finals, is going to be OKC and the Knicks. Hey, that's all she wrote, man. I mean, I think OKC will repeat. I just think they just have too much talent, too much experience, well coached, unselfish, great team chemistry. I think they do well. Now, let me tell you my Cinderellas, though. I think because I'm a fan and because I watch these guys all the time, I think Detroit is going to be a Cinderella for the East Cinderella team, and out west, I'm gonna pick San Antonio. That's crazy, but that's all I have, folks. Join me again. You'll see me soon. Peace. Enjoy the season.